Well, all right. So we have changed out the mic boom from the Elgato low profile to the Rode PSA 1. Seeing how this works so far, I really like because you can raise and lower it as long as there's weight on it, it stays in place. Yeah. The next thing we've done is we flipped camera 2, which is my overhead, to be able to be in a correct orientation. So now you see, as I see it, we can zoom in, zoom out. Still playing around with the RGB Link Mini Edge, which you see over here, to see how the volumes and things work. Because I'm currently still running the mic through the computer rather than through the RGB Link. We are going to get a XLR cable and run that directly through the Mini Edge in hopes that that will smooth some of this out and allow for my vocals to be even better. But we're waiting to see. I am still trying to figure out why there's a slight delay when I'm watching these on screen versus when it's in preview. Haven't been able to fully determine that. The other neat thing with this that we're able to do, I can change with the RGB Link Mini Edge. You can do the types of transitions. So we can go from doing a mix like this to doing a curtain slide, and you can do it quick or you can do it slow. It's always going to come in from the left. You can do kind of this spotlight, which is kind of weird, but here it goes. So it's like a flash and then it changes. Okay. And then you have this half slash, which I think that's probably one of my favorites. They can speed up or slow down how fast this all happens. I can even go extra slow and make it so it kind of fades and then bring it back, which is kind of fun. But I think the mix, like you just saw, is still probably one of my favorites just because it's so clean. It doesn't slide across the screen and take up a bunch of time. The other functions that we're still trying to figure out is if on the fly, if I go in here and bear with me here, we're going to go back and see if I can do this on the fly. So if I go and I'm going to add in my preview camera 2, and then we're going to do a mix and bring in camera 1, and then we're going to go camera 2 is the second one. See if I can do this. Let's see. All right, here we go. So then we can bring in the split. So then you're seeing both screens at the same time, which is pretty cool for doing some of the reviews. And I'm trying to um, talk about it, but at the same time, show the object that's being reviewed or talked about. I think that's pretty neat. Um, so we can change the orientation of that as well. So if I'm in the preview and we're gonna change and say, let's say it goes like so, and I'm going to change how it slashes across. So if I do one of these and I go, hey, there we go. So right here we've got the same idea, but instead of it being split, it now is split the opposite direction. I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I kind of like both. I like that it's a more of a top down this way, so I'm seeing the full image. I don't have that whole background like I do when it's this way. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go back to just a full screen preview and ditch the, let's go one and just bring it back. All right, so we're back to square one with it just being a main screen, um, main shot from camera 1. Camera 2 is still the keyboard shot, which is the overhead cam. Um, yeah. The other neat things that we're still trying to play with are getting it to do like the logo drop-ins. I can get it to do it. Let's see what I'll show you here. Which one are we doing? So I can get it to do this and have the pop-ups for logos. I can do on the fly and have that show up like so, where it shows up on screen. And that's pretty neat. I'm just working on it being more personalized instead of it, you know, promoting RGB Link, even though they're a great product. But I can also change, put in emails to go to. Uh, we can see if I can find the other setting. Go back to the main, get rid of the program. That's kind of funny. And then we fade back. So it's definitely an option where, pardon me while I get this set back up. So we're going to go camera one, camera two is the preview, and we're back to the keyboard. But we're going to take off the logo. There we go. And then we're back to square one. So we can change quite a bit on the fly as we're doing these videos. So I guess at this point in the growth of the channel, as this segment is known for, we're going to just talk about a couple things that I've done. We have had some upgrades. We've changed camera angle, obviously. It is now set up as you see it. Um, we've got the top-down camera able to orient the items the way that they're meant to be. We have got a number of other utilities that are available now. The thing, like I say, that we're still struggling with here is figuring out how the heck to get logos to my card, which is easy, to the RGB link. And it comes with this cord that, from the understanding of reading through the manual, once this is plugged in, you know, like so, it should, well, attached to the RGB Link Mini Edge, of course, it should automatically kind of load the images to it for me to be able to find. But that's where we're hitting the snag, because I can hook it up to the Mac and it runs fine. I'm able to find the objects, or images rather, and view them, move them, but I can't get them to upload to the Mini Edge, which is a little frustrating, not gonna lie. So if anybody on here knows how to do that, that would be fantastic, because it's driving me crazy. I wonder how to upload those. So I've got backgrounds and things waiting, just waiting, sitting on this little card. Yeah. All right. Since this channel is going to be a number of different things, the next piece I just want to do a quick little, I'm a little late to the game kind of thing. We'll switch back to the top-down review. And with this one, I had recently got a uh, Apple Watch, the Ultra 2, which has been out for a little while now. I believe since like August of 2023. So, we're 2 years into this, and I finally decided it was potentially worth getting into. So, the way I have mine set up is I went with the um, Spigen watch band and then a Zag faceplate. Okay. I really like it. I really, really do. I had a couple of other bands that I tried. I didn't care for it. And then so with this, we have this set up. So this is how my screen looks. It's going to keep doing that since I'm not wearing it. One moment. Okay. All right. So with that, it's like so. All right. And I've got the day, the time, the temperature, high and low, how much battery is left, the time of the day, the weather, which is important. And then the purpose I got this for was so I could monitor some health things. So I've got heart rate, ECG, and then of course you got to have text messages on there. So I really like, and we're going to talk about this. I really went with this band. And I really like this one because I got to thinking, okay, if you have an $800 watch and it was suddenly to fall off your wrist, you're probably going to be pretty mad when that hits the ground and breaks. And there's some cool magnetic bands. I love magnets. I will not trust that to do the job, to stay on my arm. I saw some silicone bands that were kind of a button press kind of thing, right? And those are cool too, but once again, don't fully trust it. I have this Am band, which is another band that's very protective. It's got rubber bumpers all the way around, but then it just looks massive. It looks like a larger version of the old Casio G Shocks when you have it on. It's huge. But then it's got your classic closure though, and no way for this to all slide apart. So I figured if I could find something that is Velcro and easy to change placement like this one does, and it has this little bracket here so it can't just fall off if it started to fall off. That's a win-win if you ask me. So the Spigen or Spigen, however you say that, watch band for the Ultra 2 is definitely a win in my book. When it comes to the chargers, I don't necessarily have a charger that I prefer yet. I really like the one that you just saw me place that on, just simply because it can still do a phone or two and the watch. But that would be my recommendation. Just check out the Spigen, Spigen watch bands. They have, I believe, two different ones now, and then two versions within those styles. So definitely still worth checking out. Well, it's always a growing process, so we hope you continue to watch and grow with us, and we'll see you next time.